Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia and Minister of Finance, Honorable Tuan Muhammad Rafizi Ramli, Minister of Economy, Yang Berbahagia Dato Johan Mahmud Marikan, Secretary General of Treasury, Berbahagia Dato Sri Dr. Awang Adik, Chairman Securities Commission, Berbahagia Tan Sri Wahid Omar, Chairman Bursa Malaysia, Dato Muhammad Omar Swift, CEO Bursa, Tan Sri Zamzam Zarani, Chairman of Maybank, Dr. Anista, Chairman of Maybank Investment Bank, distinguished speakers and panelists, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Very good morning, Assalamualaikum. Welcome all to Invest Malaysia 2023. To have us gathered here physically after quite a long hiatus is indeed meaningful. We at Maybank are honored to be able to support this annual flagship event for the Malaysian capital market with Bursa Malaysia for the 10th time. So first and foremost, I would like to thank Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim for taking time off your busy schedule to deliver your keynote address later. We are truly honored by your presence and we look forward to your insights, sir. I would also like to thank Tan Sri Wahid and Dato Omar for giving Maybank the opportunity again to co-host today's Invest Malaysia Series 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme for today is strengthening resilience and sustainable growth. The topic is broad, yet incredibly apt and relevant in view of prevailing challenges both globally and domestically. The COVID-19 pandemic has been extremely challenging for us all, and this immediate next phase, post-COVID, is critical to boost the economic engine with a renewed focus in supporting a sustainable future for all. The global landscape in which we operate is an increasingly complex one. Macroeconomic development are currently being shaped by multipolar geopolitical turbulence. The war in Ukraine may be seen as a proximate cause of various disruptions, including surging inflation, concerns around food and energy security, and the prospect of a sharp slowdown in economic activity in most parts of Europe. The trade diversions and relocation of supply chains out of China by MNCs that picked up momentum in 2019 due to the US-China trade war has taken on added impetus following COVID-related disruptions to global manufacturing supply chain, when China imposed its strict pandemic control measures up to December last year. That is now further exacerbated by increasing geopolitical tensions between the US and China, as well as rising labor costs in China. ASEAN economies stand to achieve structural gains from rising FDI as MNCs adopt either a China plus one strategy to look or relocate their manufacturing operations from China. Media has coined the term Altasia to describe the countries stretching from Japan across to India that could step up as alternatives to China. And Malaysia is in the middle of the crescent and perfectly located to benefit from this relocation megatrend. Against this backdrop, ESG came to the forefront as stakeholder capitalism is seen as being vital to sustaining long-term value. Corporates are duly expediting adoption of sustainability as part of the core component of their business strategy, and not just merely a CSR by the side. And we expect it to increase in the near future. And the growth rate of ESG investing in Malaysia will be extremely strong and much higher than conventional investing. So, ladies and gentlemen, we believe Invest Malaysia provides a great opportunity for investors to better understand Malaysia's medium-term fiscal and economic strategy in sustaining development, enhancing competitiveness, and reinforcing its growth trajectory. This is in view of the reopening of economics post-pandemic, which provides renewed opportunities for Malaysia amid the expectation of a slower global economic growth this year. So according to IMF, global economic growth is expected to slow to 2.9% this year. Malaysia's GDP growth, on the other hand, is projected to be around 4.5% versus 8.7% last year. On the positive side, Malaysia continues to attract high-impact investments that will bring about spillover effects to the economy over the medium term and long term. 2021 was a record year in terms of investments approved, while the first 9 months of 2022 represent a 2.5% growth compared to the corresponding period the year before. With Malaysia Madani, we have a blueprint for sustainable growth. These 6 core values, as mentioned by Tan Sri Wahid: sustainability, prosperity, innovation, respect, trust, and compassion, emphasize a humanistic economy by merging the social component with economic development. Budget 2023 is the first step in laying the Malaysia Madani development framework under the new unity government. A holistic approach is prescribed as seen in the measures tabled in the budget. We welcome the support given to businesses to grow equity whilst ensuring adequate social safety nets to secure the future of those in need, especially the vulnerable groups. More specifically, we aspire to derive sustained investment and allocate sufficient resources to high growth areas to maintain long-term economic growth. In this respect, transition, investment and financing is similarly important for Malaysian businesses to take heed of. Based on Bain & Co. estimates that the volume, they have actually estimated that the volume of climate transition investment and finance will have to grow to over 100 to 150 trillion by 2050, of which an estimated 66 trillion will be needed in Asia. And in Southeast Asia, there is a large financing gap of about $3 trillion to be on track to close the emission gap of 1.5 degrees Celsius, with majority of investments needed on green infrastructure. So one clear narrative from the retabled budget 2023 was fiscal sensibilities. We welcome the measures that seek to balance sustained domestic growth with those that ensure fiscal prudence. We take note that the budget is built on 3 pillars, one of which is inclusive and sustainable economic growth, and this underscores our conversations at Invest Malaysia today. Going digital, enabling a digital economy is another key needle mover for the nation and a topic for discussion today. This goes beyond operational efficiency for business and individual users and is a game changer for innovation and also inclusiveness. It can promote greater transparency and security, though it has also placed greater importance on cybersecurity to ensure these digital transactions can be done in a trusted and safe manner. Ladies and gentlemen, Maybank's mission of humanizing financial services is very much aligned with Madani, in particular to drive economic growth that is inclusive and sustainable. We exist to be a force for good, to do the right thing, and leave no one behind. So, Yama Rahman, we are pleased to note your announcement yesterday about Maybank helping the flood-affected victims in Johor. And we are pleased to also announce that as an association, all the banks in Malaysia have also announced the same in terms of helping those that have been affected by the flood in Johor. Under our sustainability commitment number 2, Maybank has benefited almost 900,000 households across ASEAN since 2021 through its community programs. As a result of the positive trajectory, we have revised our targets. And this commitment, we now target to improve the lives of 2 million households in ASEAN by 2025. We believe that financial services can catalyze that inclusive growth and ensure prosperity. We also believe that conscious capital can be mobilized towards activities that contribute to sustainable development, greater financial inclusivity, and other socially responsible initiatives. At Maybank, we'll continue to support our stakeholders on their decarbonization journey, providing advisory, engaging them on their plans on sustainable and transition financing solutions, while actively facilitating the activation of nature-based solutions and innovative technologies that can help reduce emission. This is in line with Maybank's mission of humanizing financial services. We are also heartened by the extension of incentives for sustainable and responsible investment, or SRI, linked sukuk in the 2023 budget announcement. Thank you, sir. This will enable companies to raise funds towards improving sustainability practices and supporting the transition to low carbon activities. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I take my leave, once again, I would like to thank the Honorable Prime Minister, Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim, and our ministers and speakers for taking the time to be with us today. Thank you, Bursa Malaysia, for the great partnership over the years of co-hosting this flagship event. To all those joining us virtually, as well as here at St. Regis, I hope you find these sessions insightful, and I wish you a productive day ahead. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.